Well, first of all, I want to say it is a great privilege to have all you here this afternoon.
Pertama saya akan mengucapkan sangat-sangat luar biasa mendapatkan seluruh ibu di tempat ini.
It's been a long day,
Hari yang panjang hari ini.
and you've had a lot of information.
Dan Anda semua mendapat banyak informasi.
Well, perhaps I must just first tell you something about myself.
Ya, akan perkenalkan diri sendiri dulu.
I am a nurse, so I'm not a trained pastor, but I'm a trained nurse.
Bu Jenny adalah seorang perawat.
And I worked a lot amongst cancer patients and HIV/AIDS patients.
Saya banyak bekerja di kalangan kanker dan AIDS.
And then after that, I did community development.
Setelah itu saya pemberdayaan masyarakat.
That was for about 15 years.
Selama 15 tahun.
But after that, it's now for the past 4 years, I've been traveling with my husband, specifically for the World He's a Father program.
Selama 4 tahun terakhir ini saya banyak menemani suami saya untuk the World He's a Father.
And I've seen the absolute devastation of families all over the world.
Ada banyak sekali orang-orang yang hancur dalam dunia ini.
We've seen the great breakdown in the families and the great breakdown in the church.
Banyak sekali kehancuran di gereja-gereja.
And it's because of that I've dedicated for the rest of my life to support my husband in this venture.
Saya mendedikasikan diri saya dengan suami saya untuk bekerja di dalam hal ini.
First of all, it wasn't the plan to have a mother training.
Pertama-tama tidak ada sekolah untuk melatih sebagai seorang mama.
But usually by tea time, the fathers would say, "I've been a terrible father. What about my wife now?"
Saya adalah ayah yang buruk, ayahnya buruk itu. Bagaimana dengan saya? Bagaimana dengan istri saya?
And I realized that the training for the fathers was not easy.
Pelatihan untuk ayah tidak mudah.
And I knew that the woman needed to help with it.
Dan seorang wanita memerlukan kasih bantu.
And I also knew that some things were also caused by the woman in fatherlessness. So some of the women also contributed towards fatherlessness.
Jadi seorang wanita juga mengkontribusi untuk menjadikan seorang pria itu menjadi buruk. Ketiadaan bapak.
And there are things that we will have to do and to change and to pray about to make a real difference in the family.
Kita harus berdoa, berubah untuk keharmonisan keluarga.
So let us pray first.
Mari kita berdoa terlebih dahulu.
Dear Lord Jesus,
Bapa yang luar biasa.
we know, Lord, that your heart is breaking for all the fatherless children.
Kami tahu hatimu hancur untuk melihat semua ini.
And Lord, we know that if this is Satan's stronghold, Lord, that the devil does not want the children to have fathers.
Bapa, kami tahu bahwa banyak di dunia ini anak-anak yang tidak mempunyai ayah.
And we know, Lord, that the devil wants to destroy the church through the broken families.
Iblis mau menghancurkan keluarga yang hancur ini.
And we know, Lord, that we're going to have to do a lot of work to combat fatherlessness.
Kami tahu harus berbuat banyak untuk ketiadaan Bapak ini.
Help us, first of all, to do all that we can in our own families. Help us to
Tolong kami Tuhan.
Dear Lord Jesus, we want to ask you that you will be with us in this afternoon.
Tolong kami Tuhan untuk melakukan semua ini.
And that you will bless us, Lord.
Dan Tuhan memberkati kita semua. Amin.
First of all, I just want to know how many women here are single mothers?
Siapa di sini yang single mother?
Are they, okay, thank you. I want to know, are there women here that are thinking, that are wanting to be trainer of trainers in this motherhood curriculum? Are there women here that are interested in that also?
Apakah di sini ada yang mau menjadi pengajar wanita
That are wanting to train up mothers?
untuk para wanita?
Okay, we can talk about that later on. Okay, good. Well, I just want to know, to say that we have 5 responsibilities for mothers.
Kita mempunyai 5 tanggung jawab sebagai seorang ibu.
The first one is validating the husband.
Pertama adalah meneguhkan suaminya.
You don't have to look in your book right now, although the validation chapter is there, but we're going to look in the book later on.
Ya, kita nggak perlu membuka bukunya sekarang, nanti saja buka bukunya.
The number 2 is about intimacy. How do we impart intimacy into our children?
Ya, meningkatkan keakraban, keintiman dengan anak-anak.
The other one is nurturing and caring. We all know, we all do that.
Merawat dan mengasuh para anak-anak.
The social networks, helping our children with socialization and networking.
Maintain, merawat jaringan sosial keluarga.
And being a primary homemaker.
Menjadi pembangun suasana rumah.
Now what we're going to be doing this afternoon is the one called validation.
Apa yang kita bicarakan hari ini adalah peneguhan.
And for this training of the world is a father, it is the most important responsibility of the mother.
Jadi pelatihan the world is a father ini adalah tanggung jawab seorang ibu.
Okay.
Sangat penting sekali.
Now to help us, we're going to first play a clip.
Kita akan
A video clip. Now I want you to watch very carefully. Can you all see there? Okay. Let's all see what is happening there.
If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them.
He's praying.
So he allows his friends to join in.
Okay.
It takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not 2 nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, Remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is over-glorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
Okay. Was that crazy?
Apakah itu gila? Seperti gila.
Now, this is about how a movement is formed.
Ini mengenai bagaimana gerakan terjadi.
But we're going to talk about the three people that were there dancing.
Kita bicara mengenai 3 orang yang menari.
The leader was the guy that didn't have a shirt on, okay?
Ya, pemimpinnya satu yang pertama tadi.
And the number 2 was the guy in the green that also called his friends.
Ya, yang kedua yang memakai baju hijau, yang mengaku-ngaku temannya juga.
And then the guy with the black shirt, he came.
Kemudian yang memakai baju hitam, dia datang.
And then suddenly everybody started coming.
Ya, tiba-tiba semua orang join mereka.
Now, if I have to ask you, who brought the people?
Saya akan menanya kepada Anda semua, siapa yang membawa mereka semua?
Was it the shirtless guy, the initiator?
Apakah yang pertama yang tidak memakai baju?
Anybody think it was the first guy?
Siapa yang berpikir bahwa dia yang membawa?
The second guy?
Apakah yang kedua?
The second guy that came and he said, come.
Ya, yang bilang datang, ayo.
But then only one guy came with the black shirt. And then the people came. So did the guy in the black shirt bring people?
Yang mana? Apakah dia yang baju hitam yang membawa orang-orang?
Yeah. It's difficult to say.
Susah untuk dikatakan yang mana.
Sometimes in the church it works like this.
Kadang-kadang di dalam jemaat, di gereja terjadi seperti ini.
That you have a senior pastor,
Anda melihat pendetanya,
who is the initiator,
pekerjanya, seniornya, inisiatornya.
then you have the youth pastor,
Apakah pendeta mudanya?
and it's very important that the youth pastor must validate the senior pastor.
Sangat penting sekali bahwa pendeta muda meneguhkan pendeta tua.
Because he must validate him, because he must tell everybody he is doing a good job.
Ya, jadi pendeta muda ini harus meneguhkan bahwa pendeta di atasnya adalah mengerjakan sesuatu yang baik.
But the youth pastor must have a leader in his group, which we call the peer impactor.
Pendeta muda ini harus mempunyai komunitas, mempunyai grup yang disebut.
And this must be one of the youth group that brings the crowd.
Dan yang muda-muda ini yang membawa kerumunan ini.
Let me give you an example of the family.
Ada contoh sebuah keluarga.
The father is the initiator.
Papanya adalah seorang inisiator.
The mother is the validator.
Mamanya adalah peneguh.
Because it's very important that she must affirm what the father is doing.
Ya, sangat penting sekali mamanya ini meneguhkan apa yang papanya kerjakan.
Because she has to tell the children where they must follow.
Karena mamanya ini harus bilang kepada anak-anaknya yang mesti dituruti.
If she does not do this, the children do not know who to follow.
Kalau mamanya tidak mengerjakan ini, anak-anaknya tidak tahu mana yang dituruti.
Perhaps I can tell a story of what happened to Cassie in his family.
Saya akan cerita mengenai apa yang terjadi pada Casey dan family.
Cassie had a very wonderful, loving mother,
Casey mempunyai seorang ibu yang sangat luar biasa.
but the father was very abrupt. He would say, you know, and he wouldn't speak to the children in a loving way.
Papanya adalah seorang yang kasar dan tidak bisa berbicara halus lembut kepada anak-anaknya.
And one day he was speaking to the children that they were going to do something, and he says, "Children, we're going to do this in this way."
Suatu hari papanya bilang, anak-anak kita harus berbuat ini.
And there was a problem there.
Ada masalah dengan itu.
And suddenly Cassie's mother said to him, "My husband, let's just go talk in the bedroom quickly."
Lalu tiba-tiba mamanya Casey bilang kepada papahnya, suamiku, ayo kita bicara di kamar tidur kita.
And Cassie was a naughty boy, so he thought there's something going on. I'm going to go and listen to what mommy's going to say today.
Casey adalah anak yang bandel ya, nakal aktif, jadi dia mengintip mendengarkan apa yang mereka bicarakan di kamar.
And he heard his mother saying, "My dear husband."
Lalu dia mendengarkan bahwa mamanya bilang kepada papahnya, papaku, suamiku tersayang,
if we are able to do what you want to do in a different way, the children will find it easier to follow.
Kalau kamu bilang kepada mereka secara lebih mudah, mereka akan lebih mengerti.
And the father said,
Lalu bapaknya bilang, oh.
And then he said, "My dear husband, but you see, if you do it in this way, then they will understand it, then it will work much better."
Kalau papa, suamiku tersayang, kalau Anda bicara seperti ini dan berlaku seperti ini, mereka akan berlaku secara lebih baik.
So he said, okay. And because he had to run away because quickly they're coming out the room, so he had to
Pergi karena papanya akan keluar.
and he says, children, come.
Ayo anak-anak, sini semua.
Children, on second thoughts, we're going to do it now in a different way.
Ayo anak-anak, sekarang kita akan melakukan semua ini dengan cara yang berbeda.
And he told them, and his mother said, "That's a good idea.
Itu adalah ide yang bagus,
And she went to the eldest son, and she said to him, "Don't you think it's a good idea?"
Mamanya bilang ke anaknya yang sulung, apakah kamu pikir itu ide yang bagus?
And the firstborn said, "Yes." He said, "Yes, it's a good idea."
Sulungnya bilang, ya, itu ide yang bagus.
And all the children said, yes.
Anak mengikuti, yes, bagus, ya, bagus.
And Cassie looked at his mother and he shook his head.
Cassie melihat mamanya dan
He
kepalanya.
thought, but this mother of mine is very clever.
Ya,
She's very clever. She is very good.
oh iya, Cassie berpikir bahwa mamanya adalah yang luar biasa, bagus.
And he said to himself, he was thinking, it's actually mother's idea, not father's idea.
Cassie berpikir itu kan ide mamanya, bukan ide papanya sebenarnya.
But she is making as if it is father's idea.
Mamanya, tapi berbuat seolah-olah itu adalah ide papanya.
And this is what I want you to understand about leadership.
Ini yang saya ingin Anda semua tahu bahwa ini mengenai kepemimpinan.
Is that many a time you can lead from behind, you can lead from being the number 2 person.
Banyak sekali di dalam banyak momen kita bisa mendukung, kita adalah orang nomor 2.
Because sometimes the true leader can be the mother, or it can be the validator, the one that is validating the initiator. Have you got that?
Ya. kadang-kadang mamanya bisa juga menjadi inisiator atau pemimpin juga.
Because many times we as women want to be right.
Seringkali kita juga sebagai wanita ingin benar.
We want to prove that we are right and we got the best ideas.
Kita ingin membuktikan bahwa kita benar dan ide kita bagus.
But it is sometimes that we are clever, that we let our husbands know these ideas, that because it is better for the family that the father takes the lead than if we are right. You understand that?
Ya, jadi kadang-kadang mamanya ini berpikir bahwa dia adalah benar. Jadi dia ingin suaminya mengetahui bahwa dia berbuat benar.
He must keep the crown on his head because he is the head of the family.
Ya, mamanya ini menaruh mahkota di atas kepala papahnya karena dia adalah pahlawan.
And it's very important that the children must see that he is the leader in the family.
Ini sangat penting bahwa anak-anak melihat bahwa papahnya adalah seorang pemimpin di dalam keluarganya.
Sometimes fathers are good leaders.
Kadang-kadang papa adalah seorang pemimpin yang baik.
But if the father is not a leader, then we must lead from behind.
Bisa juga papa adalah bukan pemimpin yang baik, makanya kita harus memimpin dari belakang.
We must be clever, brilliant mothers.
Kita harus menjadi seorang wanita yang cerdas.
Because God has said in His Word that the father is the head of the house and that we as mothers must support the father.
Kita mengatakan bahwa seorang ayah adalah pemimpin dalam rumah tangga dan kita adalah seorang penolong.
Okay. Let me just see. You see, the mother also had to sacrifice part of herself of being the one who came up with the idea. But it was better for the family.
Seorang mama kadang-kadang harus berkorban untuk bahwa meredam idenya untuk keluarganya.
Because it was better for the family that she did that.
Karena itu adalah lebih baik untuk keluarganya kalau dia berbuat seperti itu.
And when we validate our husbands,
ketika kita meneguhkan suami kita,
we must do it in the right way also.
Kita juga adalah itu berbuat benar.
When I looked up in the dictionary, what does validate mean?
Ketika saya melihat dari kamus apa itu peneguhan,
it says to make something valid, to ratify, to confirm.
Adalah suatu peneguhan, sesuatu untuk mengkonfirmasi sesuatu.
But to validate for me is to visibly and verbally affirm somebody. Visibly, that everybody can see it, and to verbally say, this person is right, this person is good.
Kalau validasi menurut saya, peneguhan menurut saya adalah sesuatu yang bisa meyakinkan orang bahwa ini baik. Ini baik.
For who they are and for what they do. For who they are and for what they do. But the most important thing when we validate somebody is the eyes.
Paling penting ketika kita meneguhkan seseorang adalah dari matanya, kontak mata.
Because sometimes we can say I respect, I honor, but the eyes are not saying the same.
Kadang-kadang kita bilang kepada orang, saya menghormati kamu, tapi mata kita tidak berbicara yang sama.
And the children are very sensitive to body language.
Anak-anak sangat sensitif kepada hal itu, kontak mata.
So we cannot hide it from them when we are not validating or agreeing with the husband.
Jadi kita sangat tidak mereka tahu bahwa kalau kita tidak meneguhkan.
If we are not agreeing, we go and we talk in the room and we sort it out.
Kalau kita tidak setuju, ayo kita ajak berdua bicara di ruangan yang lain.
But for the children, it's very important that they must see in my eyes and in what I do that I validate my husband.
Anak-anak sangat penting sekali untuk mereka bahwa mata seorang mama benar-benar meneguhkan papahnya.
Now, I know that we as women have all made mistakes.
Kita semua tahu bahwa semua wanita di sini berbuat kesalahan.
And that sometimes we do not validate, we do not affirm our husbands.
Kadang-kadang kita tidak meneguhkan suami kita.
And that it is needed to do that.
Dan dia memerlukan untuk hal itu.
Perhaps if we can just ask each other, think about that. What are the ways, what do I do? What can I do to validate my husband more? Is there something that I can do more to validate him?
Kita bisa diskusi bahwa bagaimana kita bisa meneguhkan suami kita.
Discuss it two by two. Is there something that I can do more to validate my husband?
Bagaimana saya bisa melakukan untuk meneguhkan suami kita? Bukan suami, kita tidak dekat dengan lain. Ayo, emosi ya? Ya.
Saya buat banyak kesalahan dalam pernikahan saya. Sebelumnya bagaimana meneguhkan suami, mendukung suami. Misalnya saya kasih contoh soal suami saya hamba Tuhan, jadi dia paling senang kalau pelayanan itu bersama saya dan saya menyimak apa yang dia sampaikan gitu. Setelah selesai dia akan tanya gini, gimana tadi Mam? Kalau dulu biasanya saya langsung cepat saja langsung korek dia gitu, langsung wah kamu tadi kenapa tadi ilustrasinya kalau biasa kasih lupa, kalau kamu tadi sampaikan wah pasti lebih baik gitu kan. Terus dia langsung saya habis perang ya ditembak sama istrinya ya. Kadang-kadang saya bilang waktu pertama kali saya kasih list tadi kata-kata kamu bahasa Inggrisnya salah 50 kata. Tapi ketika Tuhan mengajar saya untuk menghargai suami saya dan mensupport dia, saya belajar menemukan timing yang tepat, memberi masukan kepada pasangan nikah kita sehingga itu jadi berkat buat dia, bukan jadi orang. Jadi kurang hati gara-gara itu. Jadi saya belajar sekarang lewat waktu oleh anugerah Tuhan, dan terima kasih buat wanita bijak yang mengajar saya. Untuk saya tunggu sabar, tahan. Perempuan kan mulutnya kadang-kadang mau cepat ngomong gitu kan. Saya tahan, saya berdoa dan saya kasih dia nomor 1. Saya puji dia dulu. Wah tadi kamu luar biasa. Kamu sudah dipakai Tuhan jadi saluran kasih karunia. Tutup mulut kamu situ. Kalau kamu berikut akan jadi lebih baik. Ini kamu kan nggak rahasianya satu ya. Ilustrasi itu jangan lupa tuh. Jadi kamu nggak pakai roti, ingetin aku ya. Jadi nggak jadi ribut gitu atau tidak mau berjalan.
Oh, thank you.
Tepuk tangannya dong.
Anybody else?
Ada yang lain? Yang mau share, ayo jadi berkat buat yang lain.
My problem is not nice.
Masalah saya selalu di mata saya.
My husband always complains he sees wrong.
Your eyes are fiery. Suami saya selalu komplain kepada saya, matamu menakutkan. Your eyes are attacking me. Matamu menyerang saya. And I need to say no, I've got big eyes. Saya cuma punya mata besar aja. But yes, ladies, I especially want to ask you, because your husbands are being trained in this training, and you must validate what they do. Karena suamimu sudah di training di tempat ini, maka kamu harus tahu apa yang dikerjakan. For everything that changes, you must please notice it and say, I see that you are changing. It is wonderful. Sesuatu yang berubah, ayo berubahlah, karena itu sesuatu adalah baik sekali untuk berubah. Because he's going to need your encouragement every day. Kamu perlu motivasi, perlu encouragement setiap hari. Because it is not our job to judge. Bukan tugas kita untuk menghakimi. God judges. Tuhan yang menghakimi. It is our job to encourage and to pray for our husbands. Tugas kita untuk berdoa dan memotivasi orang lain. Ladies, we have to read this very well-known verse in Ephesians 5. Ya, kita akan buka kita Efesus 5. And this is all about self-sacrifice. Ini mengenai pengorbanan diri. It is, I'm going to read verse 1 and 2. Follow God's example in everything you do, just as much loved child imitates his father. Be full of love for others, following the example of Christ who loved you and gave himself to God as a sacrifice to take away your sins. And God was pleased, for Christ's love for you was like a sweet perfume to him. Efesus 5 ayat 1 sampai 2. Sebab itu jadilah turut-temurut Allah seperti anak-anak yang kekasih. Nah, hiduplah di dalam kasih sebagaimana Kristus Yesus juga telah mengasihi kamu dan telah menyerahkan dirinya untuk kita sebagai persembahan dan korban yang harum bagi Allah. We as women sometimes have to make a lot of sacrifices. Kita wanita kadang-kadang harus melakukan pengorbanan. But it is not weak people who make sacrifices. It is strong people who make sacrifices. Yang berkorban itu bukan berarti lemah. Did you get that? Okay, good. Okay. And we are often asked to walk the way of love. Dan kita harus berjalan dalam kasih. I'm going to read Ephesians 5:21. Kita buka Efesus 5 ayat 21. And here it says, honor Christ by submitting to each other. Dan rendahkan dirimu seorang kepada yang lain di dalam takut akan Kristus. Because firstly we have to submit to each other. Kita harus submit kepada satu kepada yang lain, mendahulukan diri kepada satu sama yang lain. Because this is what he's asking us to do. And then he says, you wives must submit to your husband's leadership in the same way you submit to the Lord. Yang ayat 22, karena suami adalah kepala istri, sama seperti Kristus adalah kepala jemaat, dialah yang menyelamatkan tubuh. Ladies, I know that it is for us sometimes very difficult to submit. Kita semua kadang-kadang sulit untuk mengundurkan diri. And for me, it is also very difficult. Buat saya juga adalah sangat susah. It is an ongoing struggle. Suatu masalah buat saya. But we know that we walk the way of love, that Christ is our leader. Kita tahu bahwa kita berjalan dalam kasih. And that we can pray and that we can ask Him to help us, that we do submit to our husbands. Kita tahu kita punya Yesus, kita bisa doa, kita bisa berubah dan kita bisa mengundurkan diri. You know, I talked to Rose yesterday, and we also shared about what we see in the world today. Saya bicara dengan Kak Ros kemarin dan kita bisa melihat apa yang terjadi dalam dunia ini.
And we see many stories of dominant, arrogant women.
Kita sangat kita bicara mengenai wanita sombong,
Women. We saw a lot in Russia, Ukraine, and China.
Kita banyak sekali menemukan hal seperti itu di Rusia, Ukraina, dan China.
In Europe, the US, and Africa, everywhere.
Di Eropa, di Afrika, di mana-mana.
Because many times the women feel that they are suppressed and they have to rebel.
Karena mereka berpikir bahwa mereka adalah superior dan bisa memberontak. Mereka tertekan sehingga memberontak.
And because of this, it is really difficult to submit.
Dan oleh sebab itu sangat sulit buat mereka untuk menundukkan diri.
I haven't got all the answers, but I want you to ask each other, why is it so difficult for us to submit?
Saya ingin sekarang Anda bertanya pada teman-teman sebelahnya, kenapa kok susah untuk mundurkan diri?
Try and think why. Because sometimes we may have a different reason. Why is it sometimes so difficult for me to submit under my husband's leadership?
Ya, kadang-kadang kita sulit untuk mundurkan diri kepada suami kita. Ada salah Kenapa sulit untuk mundurkan diri? Ayo,
Why is it difficult, do you think?
Because we feel we are smarter than husband.
Yes. Is there anything else? Why do you find it difficult to submit?
Because we see our husband's weaknesses.
Anybody else? Yes? I'm sure there's something here. Is there anyone to say? Huh?
Saya sulit menundukkan diri awalnya karena papa saya tidak berfungsi sebagai papa, sebagai suami, sebagai papa gitu. Sedangkan jadi mama saya yang super mom gitu, menjalankan fungsi ibu dan bapak sekaligus gitu. Jadi saya cenderung juga mencontoh ibu saya gitu. Terhadap suami saya.
Her mom is super mom, do everything because her father doesn't function very well according to her. So she intimidated her mom. Oh, she copy. Yes, she copy. I'm sorry, imitate.
Yeah. Because we must be very careful because our daughters are going to imitate us.
Kita harus berhati-hati karena putri kita bisa mengolong kita.
The eyes are watching us.
Kotak mata mereka bisa membaca kita.
But ladies, God doesn't give commands in His Word for nothing.
Ibu-ibu, Tuhan memberikan perintah bukan buat suatu apa-apa.
The Creator knows how it must work in the family.
Itu pasti akan terjadi di dalam family, di dalam keluarga.
We know that two leaders in one family do not work.
Kita tahu kalau ada dua pemimpin di dalam keluarga tidak akan bekerja dengan baik.
And it doesn't work for the children.
Itu juga tidak akan bekerja dengan baik pada anak-anak kita.
If it's just you and you're unmarried, then it's fine. But when we have children,
Kalau kita tidak menikah, mungkin itu masih nggak apa-apa. Tapi kita punya anak-anak.
The sins of the mothers and the fathers on the generations that come.
Ya, nanti akan ada papa, baru mama, dan generasi-generasi berikutnya akan datang.
And I believe that the devil knows that it is difficult for us to submit as women.
Iblis sangat tahu sekali bahwa kita wanita itu sangat sulit untuk mundurkan diri.
Because that's why the Lord gives us definite, very clear in His Word that we are to submit. It's very clear.
Sebab itu sangat jelas kita harus mundurkan diri.
Because what He does is He takes out the father, He influences the father to leave the family or to be passive in the family.
Oleh karena itu sangat jelas bahwa seorang ayah harus memimpin keluarganya.
And to make more chaos, He makes aggressive, dominant women.
Dan menjadi sesuatu yang buruk kalau mempunyai istri yang dominan.
Because then the family is really messed up.
Karena di dalam keluarga pasti semuanya akan tidak beres.
Perhaps we must also, let me just read a bit further on. Ephesians 5, how it ends. Yeah, verse 43. So again I say, a man must love his wife as a part of himself, and the wife must see to it that she deeply respects her husband, obeying, praising, and honoring him.
Jadi di Efesus 5 ayat 33, bagaimanapun juga bagi kamu masing-masing berlaku, kasihilah istrimu seperti dirimu sendiri, dan istri hendaklah menghormati suaminya.
So God is asking us to respect our husbands, and He's asking the husbands to love us.
Jadi Tuhan meminta kita bahwa kita harus menghormati suami kita.
If you ask a man, can he live without love or without respect? What do you think he will answer?
Bagaimana kalau kita tanya kepada seorang orang bahwa bagaimana kamu hidup tanpa cinta, tanpa kasih, atau tanpa kehormatan? Yang mana?
Research has shown that men have said, I can live without love, but I cannot live without respect.
Banyak orang ternyata dunia ini bilang bahwa saya dapat hidup tanpa kasih, tapi saya tidak dapat hidup tanpa hormat.
If you ask a woman, what will she say?
Kalau untuk wanita, apa jawabannya?
Because men see respect as love.
Pria melihat bahwa hormat itu seperti kasih.
And we must really understand this, that this is the way they interpret love, as respect. If we don't respect him, we do not love him.
Itulah seorang pria interpretasi, menerjemahkan bahwa kasih itu adalah menghormati dia. Kalau menghormati itu bukan mengasihi dia.
There are ways also that a husband sees disrespect is when he is refused sexually.
Seorang suami merasa dihormati ketika mereka tidak mau hubungan seksual.
Because he sees this as disrespect, because you are refusing me, you do not love me.
Karena kamu menolak saya, berarti kamu tidak mencintai saya.
And we think this is crazy, you know, why does he think like this?
Ya, ini adalah sesuatu yang tidak masuk akal. Kenapa dia bisa bilang begitu?
I do love my husband, but I'm just not in the mood tonight.
Wah, saya cuma tidak mood malam ini.
But you must remember this, that it cuts very deep into the man when we do refuse him. Oh, sorry,
Ketika kita menolak suami kita, itu artinya luka oleh dalam.
My daughter shared with me one day that she asked her husband how do I show that I do not respect you?
Suatu kali anak perempuan saya tanya kepada saya, tanya kepada suaminya bahwa bagaimana saya bisa menghormati dia.
And she said,
Bagaimana saya tidak bisa menghormati dia?
she said, I work, I have a baby at home, I'm working as a teacher.
Dia bilang bahwa saya punya baby, saya bekerja sebagai seorang guru.
My husband offers to help me in the evenings when the baby wakes up.
Suami saya membantu saya di rumah ketika sore hari untuk ketika baby kita bangun.
But I tell him, no, it's okay.
Lalu saya bilang, it's okay, nggak usah bantu.
But then I complain to everybody that I'm not getting enough sleep.
Tapi saya komplain kepada semua orang bahwa saya nggak bisa tidur cukup.
And she forgets to mention that the husband wants to help her, but she has said no about the help.
Dia lupa bilang bahwa ke orang-orang bahwa suami sebenarnya mau membantu, tapi kan dia sendiri bilang tidak.
And she says this is also a way that he says that I'm not honoring my husband because of that.
Ya, itu menyatakan dia bahwa dia itu tidak menghormati suaminya.
Lady, I know that as a woman we have a great lot of power in our hands.
Sebagai seorang wanita, sebagai seorang ibu, kita mempunyai pengaruh yang luar biasa di tangan
We
kita.
have the power to make or break our homes.
Kekuatan untuk menghancurkan keluarga kita.
And if we go against God's order for the family, we are in trouble.
Ketika kita mau melanggar peraturan kita ada masalah.
And perhaps we see it the most when we see the opposite of respect and the opposite of validation.
Kita mungkin akan melihat bahwa kebalikan dari menghormati dan meneguhkan.
And our sister Rose mentioned it, that you criticize your husband.
Carlos tadi baru bercerita bahwa dia mengkritik suaminya.
When we criticize our husband in front of the children, it is very serious.
Ketika kita mengkritik suami kita di depan anak-anak, itu adalah masalah yang serius.
Because we are criticizing God's representative in the family.
Karena kita itu artinya mengkritik Tuhan.
If He represents Father God in the family, we actually are undermining God.
Artinya kita meremehkan Tuhan ketika kita mengkritik suami kita.
Because we are saying, it's not good, it's not good. What does the child think? He's confused.
Ya, ketika kita sebagai ibu bilang, ini nggak bagus, kemudian anak kita menjadi bingung.
Criticism does a lot of damage.
Mengkritik itu banyak merusak.
Yeah, it's bad. Another thing, ladies, that we must also be careful of is resentment. This is a new word. Resentment.
Ya. Kemarahan.
Resentment is something that is kept hidden.
Kemarahan itu adalah sesuatu yang tersembunyi.
It's a feeling inside of me that eats inside of me that I do not let out.
Adalah sesuatu tersembunyi di dalam sini yang tidak bisa tersalurkan keluar.
It's like a small poison in me.
Ada racun kecil di sini di dalam.
And it will never go away if you do not deal with that resentment.
Dan itu tidak akan pernah bisa keluar, tidak pernah bisa beres kalau kita tidak kita tidak bisa beres dengan kemarahan kita.
I always had a dream of working together with my husband as a team.
Saya mempunyai mimpi untuk melayani bersama dengan suami saya.
And at that stage, my husband was involved in leadership development and I was involved in community work.
Jadi suami saya bergerak di dalam pengembangan dan saya ada di dalam community.
And I resented the fact that every time I tried to join him in what he was doing, it was not good enough.
Setiap kali saya mau bergabung dengan suami saya, itu tidak cukup baik.
Because I had different things in my life. I had different gifts and I had different passions.
Karena saya mempunyai passion yang berbeda, karunia yang berbeda.
But I wanted to work with him, and I could see that it was not good. It was difficult to work with him.
Saya ingin bekerja sama dengan suami saya, tetapi tidak cukup baik untuk bekerja sama.
And one day I said, okay, Lord, I give up now. I'm not going to work with him. I will do my things and he can do his things.
Sampai suatu saat saya bilang kepada Tuhan, oke Tuhan, saya tidak akan bekerja sama dengan dia. Saya akan mengerjakan bagianku, dia akan mengerjakan bagiannya.
There was a pastor that was visiting, and he had a prophetic ministry.
Dia ada kunjungan, dari pastoral dan mereka bernuntut untuk Jenny.
And he said to me, Jenny,
Dan dia bilang, Jenny,
there's blood on your hand here.
ada darah di dalam telapak tanganmu.
There's something that you are hiding that nobody knows.
Ada sesuatu yang kamu sembunyikan yang orang lain tidak tahu.
And I'm telling you now, God says you must support your husband.
Dan saya berkata kepadamu sekarang ini bahwa kamu harus mendukung suamimu.
And I said, oh Lord, that is very painful. I don't want to support him.
Oh Tuhan, itu adalah hal yang sangat susah buat saya tidak mau mendukung dia.
But I said, okay, you say it, I will do it.
Oke, kamu mengatakan itu, saya akan mengerjakan.
And I changed and I started supporting my husband.
Saya berubah dan saya mendukung suami saya.
And I could see that he knew what was going on in my heart.
Dan kamu lihat sekarang ini apa yang ada di dalam saya.
And after that, the Lord blessed us that from that day onwards, we work together as a team.
Sejak itu kita bisa bekerjasama sebagai tim.
He blessed me for my obedience.
Dia memberkati saya karena ketaatan saya.
Because we have to submit to our God, we have to submit to our husbands, and then He can bless us.
Karena kita menundukkan diri kepada Tuhan, kepada suami, dan Tuhan memberkati kita.
Can I go on for another 5 minutes? Is it okay? Can you show those things, those video, those 2 slides? I just want to show slides and just talk about the slides quickly. This thing on. There we go. Okay. You see, it is very important that husband and wife become a very good team working together.
Sangat penting sekali suami dan istri menjadi satu tim yang baik.
And we can see here that when we can see here that when we have the mother and the father in one team closely working together,
Kita lihat ayah dan ibu menjadi satu tim.
we could see that the children are blessed.
Anak-anak berkata di sini.
Because when they agree about the same discipline, the children feel safe because they know of the boundaries that they can go in.
Jika ayah dan ibu sehati setuju dengan pendisiplinan, mereka merasa aman.
The united mother and father decide on the same values. So the children know who I am. I know who I am. Because I can see that my parents are one, they are united.
Kesatuan ayah dan ibu juga membuat anak-anak tahu nilai-nilainya, bahwa saya tahu siapa saya.
I feel now my security because I know that my mother and father will not divorce.
Saya merasakan aman karena saya tahu ayah dan ibu saya tidak akan bercerai.
I experience love and I know how to love others.
saya juga merasakan bahwa kasih, mengalami kasih karena saya tahu mengasihi satu sama lain.
Because what happens in here in the home, what happens with mother and father affects the children on many levels.
Karena apa yang terjadi pada ayah dan ibu memberi efek kepada seluruh keluarga.
Can we just show the next one, which is the opposite?
Ini adalah sebaliknya.
Here we have a team that is the mother and father are divided.
Kita tim ayah dan ibu berpisah.
There is confusion in the home because the children start to manipulate because there is no set agreed upon discipline.
Menjadi ada kebingungan dalam keluarga karena anak mulai manipulasi siapa yang saya ikuti.
Do I follow mother? Do I follow father?
Apakah saya harus mengikuti ayah atau saya harus mengikuti ibu?
Which one is right?
Siapa yang benar?
Who am I? I struggle to believe because mother and father are divided. Mother attacks father. Who do I believe?
Siapa yang harus saya percaya? Karena ayah menyerang ibu, ibu menyerang ayah. Siapa yang harus saya
I
percaya?
struggle. Yeah, I am fearful. I'm fearful that my parents will divorce. I love my parents.
Saya ketakutan. Saya takut mereka bercerai. Saya mengasihi mereka.
I'm insecure. And here, I have to perform because I experience conditional love.
Karena saya merasakan kasih yang bersyarat di sini.
Because I know that I must be good enough so that they can love me.
Saya tahu saya harus cukup baik supaya mereka mencintai saya.
Because I do not feel safe
In this, saya tidak merasa aman di sini.
Ladies, I just want to say that it is very important that we take these things that we've discussed seriously, because this is the... Okay, sorry.
Ya, ini sangat penting supaya kita bisa diskusi secara serius.
Because this is the basis of bringing heaven into the home.
Ini adalah fondasi untuk kita bawa ke dalam keluarga kita.
If we want heaven in the home, we have to submit, and we have to respect, and we have to validate.
Di rumah kita harus menundukkan diri, kita harus menundukkan suami kita.
And we must get people around us that will help us and keep us accountable of this.
Dan orang-orang di sekitar kita akan mendukung kita.
And we will talk about that tomorrow.
Dan kita akan membicarakan hal ini besok.
I want to ask you one thing.
Saya akan bertanya sesuatu.
It's your homework, okay?
Iya, ini untuk PR ya.
You must go and ask your husband, what is it that I do that show I do not respect you?
Harus tanya di rumah kepada suami masing-masing. Hal apa yang membuat
Can you do that? It took me a long time to do that.
apa yang membuat suami kita tidak respect sama kita. Apa harus kami bersuami kita, tapi ada yang akan membuat suami kita. Apa yang kita lakukan sehingga suami tidak respect. Rasanya dia merasa.
Tanya kepada suami kita masing-masing apa yang kita lakukan sehingga suami kita merasa tidak dihormati.
And because the time has gone out, I want to ask you to make a list for your husband of all the things that you respect him for. Okay?
Jadi buat list di sana apa yang suamimu inginkan, harapkan untuk dihormati.
My husband is giving the husbands a big mic on the other side with all the strain.
Ya.
My husband is sometimes he's battering my husbands, you know? Interesting.
Kadang-kadang suami saya
A hard time, yeah. He's giving your husband
spends a lot of time putting one into making a better husband and a better father. And you must also do your part.
Ya, jadi suaminya kadang-kadang mengumpulkan bapak untuk kasih sesuatu pelajaran untuk membuat lebih baik, suami lebih baik dan istri yang lebih baik. Dan sekarang ini kamu do your part.
So ask him, what rightness and sharing, these are the things I will speak to you for.
Jadi buat list ya, betul ya Bu, buat list, tanya kepada suami.
And tell me, what are the things that I do that Cheryl and not respect you?
Ya, jadi
You will share tomorrow.
ceritakan ya, dan besok ceritakan.
Berapa kali usul? Yuk kita berfokus bersama dengan berbagai usul apa yang misalkan awal hari ini. Kesimpulannya adalah ketika kita tumbuh kepada Tuhan, Tuhan akan membuat kita tumbuh kepada pasangan nikah kita. Awalnya menikah adalah melakukan Tuhan tumbuh kepada bos Anda, majikan Anda, orang tua Anda. Itu yang paling penting. Semuanya kembali kepada Tuhan. Amin. Mari kita berdoa. Bapak semoga kami mengaku Tuhan kami selfish, kami egois Tuhan di hadapan Engkau. Kami lebih mementingkan kewenangan kami Tuhan sebagai wanita. Ampuni kami Tuhan. Kami bertobat Tuhan. Kalau kami bukan menjadi wanita yang mendukung, yang membangun orang lain Tuhan, orang di sekalian kami, baik suami, anak-anak atau kolega kami Tuhan, rekan sekerja, satu layanan. Ampuni kami Tuhan. Melalui kami bertobat. Kami menyadari kami tidak selalu bukan dari Tuhan. Kami menyadari Tuhan bukan dari kami sumbernya dari Engkau. Ketika kami tumbuh kepada Engkau Tuhan, sebagai otoritas yang tinggi di dalam hidup kami, Tuhan akan mampukan kami merefleksikan melakukan itu kepada suami kami, pimpinan kami, kepada bos kami, majikan kami, Tuhan kepada orang-orang atau otoritas yang Tuhan tempatkan dalam hidup kami. Terima kasih Tuhan buat Jennifer. Terima kasih buat apa yang dia sharekan sore hari ini Tuhan. Tuhan, kami juga memberkati Dunia yang sudah menolong menerjemahkan. Tuhan sempurnakan apa yang sudah mereka berdua bagikan kepada kami. Kalau mengarahkan diri kami mau belajar merendahkan hati, tidak menghakimi Tuhan. Karena kami mau bersyukur karena kami punya saudara yang dipakai oleh Engkau menjadi saluran berkat. Tuhan terima kasih. Berkati suami mereka, berkati keluarga mereka Tuhan. Yang pada sore hari ini, setiap wanitamu yang ada di ruangan ini, turunlah berkat-Mu atas kami Tuhan. Tidak ada kuasa lain yang bisa mencuri berkat-berkat anak-anak-Mu ketika kami bertobat dan berbalik kepada Engkau. Di dalam nama Tuhan Yesus, semua kita yang diberkati katakan, amin. Tuhan berkati.